You're about to meet some Disney characters or characters at another theme park and you want to have the best possible interaction? Well, I've got some hints and tips for you. Having spent 5 years working at Walt Disney World and working at a couple other parks, I've met a lot of characters, I've worked with a lot of characters, and gotten to see some incredible meet and greets and interactions, and some really neat things happen. I've also watched a whole lot of people come up and just have terrible moments with you that you really kind of left with wondering why on earth they bothered. If you're watching this, you probably want to have one of the really good interactions, one of the fun ones, one of the ones you can remember years later and go, that was such a cool moment. I've got some ideas, some hints, some tips, and a couple tricks that might help you out and help you to have the best possible time you can when you meet a character. One of my first big things is, please remember that they are a living person. Yes, they may be a mouse, they might be a Grinch, they may be a duck, but they are alive. Talk to them. Don't talk to the attendant or other people. Talk to them and they'll be able to answer you. You don't like when people talk to others around you and ignore you, do you? Remember that they are the ones that you're here to meet, so they should be the focus of your attention. I know that sounds like an obvious thing, but it was amazing to me how many people would come up and meet a character, even one that could talk, and they wouldn't talk to that character. Hello? They're why you're there. Kind of related to that as well, don't just run up, get a picture, and leave. It's boring, and honestly, without being intentional about it, it's a little bit on the rude side. You're almost treating them like a cardboard cutout. They're there for you to take a picture with, yes, but they're there to do so much more. And so you don't want to have the one where you just kind of run up and go, here I am, and then leave. Ick. And of course, that's probably why you're watching this, is to avoid that kind of thing. So don't do it. Here's what you do want to do. One, if at all possible, know the character's story and name. You don't want to be the person that walks up to Mickey Mouse and calls him Mortimer. Okay, some people like to do it to show how smart they are. Don't do that. His name's Mickey. It's not Mortimer. Mortimer was somebody else. Don't call the chipmunks at Disney Chip and Dip. That's Chip and Dale. They're not Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Get the names right. If you really don't know who somebody is that you're walking up to meet, ask somebody around. It's better off to have somebody around there kind of fill you in a little bit than to get up there and not have a clue. Learn their story if at all possible as well. It will give you something to talk about and to be able to show that you have a reason for meeting them. There's a reason you want to meet them. More than likely, if you're in line, you already know who they are anyways, and you know that. So start with that as a place. Hey, I just loved this part of your movie. I love this part of your story. It was so cool when you did this. Hey, Gaston, how did you survive the fall off the roof? Gives you something to ask them. For me, the villains, I love to give them a tease. Know a little bit about the story, just enough that I can sit there and ask them a really goofy question. Like, so I have a question for you. When are you going to actually beat somebody that fights back? And give them something to respond to and interact with. It makes it much more fun for everybody. Using that same kind of knowledge, it will also give you an opportunity to maybe play with them a little bit. I mean, hey, if it's Tigger, everybody knows Tigger's bounce, and Tigger's bounce better than anything, so bounce with Tigger. Walk up and say, hi, Tigger. Have some fun with him. He'll probably bounce right along with you. If it's Pooh, ask him where he put his pot of honey. Play a little bit, even if it means doing something impromptu, like maybe dancing with Timon in the middle of the park. Anybody can do it, and hey, it'll give you a good laugh and a great memory. So don't be afraid to play with them just a little bit. One thing that a lot of people do, as I reach back to my bookshelf here, is a lot of people have these. They've got autograph books. They want to get the character's autograph, and that's awesome. These can be a fantastic way to start. They can also be kind of a pain in the neck. Here's a very simple trick. When you come up to meet a character, don't hand them the book like this. Open the book up, find an open page, so don't give them this because it's full already. Find a page where they can sign, and you can see my daughter's been busy on this one, and have your book opened up and ready to go. In fact, if you need to, it's not a bad idea to carry a pen as well and have your pen right there. And that way the character is all set, they can grab the books and sign it. If you've got more than one book, because say there's 3 kids in the group, stack them up one on top of the other, especially if it's only one character. If there's 2 characters, well then you can hand a book to each one of them. But have the books ready to go ahead of time. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you're busy juggling the books and the character's juggling the book and the book becomes the focus. And you want the book to add to it, not take away from it. The character's probably going to show you as they sign. They're going to show you they signed. Compliment them on the signature. Or if it's something that's really kind of fun, I mean, Princess Aurora has a really pretty autograph. So you can have some fun with the autographs as well. Don't hesitate to use that as a talking point. Make it something to add to the interaction, not take away from it. And please, don't be like the person that walks up with 8 books all stacked. Oh my goodness gracious. That's not a fun thing for anybody. Another big hint or tip. Show that you're a fan of the character. Maybe you've bought something that has the character's picture on it. Maybe you're wearing something with the character. If you're wearing their colors, a lot of people like the Disney bound there. Point it out if they don't catch it right away. If you buy pins and you've got a pin for one of the characters, show them your pin. Hey, look, I've got Minnie. I've got one of your pins right here. Isn't that cool? I'm going to give you another hint with these later, but the pins give you a subject to focus on. It lets them know that you are a fan. It's going to make them more excited to meet you because, hey, you've got something with theirs. Pins are a great way to start. Your outfits that you wear. The characters love it when they realize that you are wearing something that represents them and lets them know that you really like them. And so that's a cool way to start, and it'll probably get them excited and pointing to what you're wearing, or if they're a face character, talking about what you're wearing, and it can definitely add to the interaction. Another great hint, and this is actually one of my favorites, is to bring a small treat or a gift for them. On my last trip, we took along little boxes of candy, so just, the 50 cent to $1 boxes you can get at Walmart or Dollar General, and just buy a little box of candy, and then we attached little thank you notes. And our thank you notes are simple. They're just a little bigger than business card size. I printed them on cardstock on my own printer. It's got a picture of Tinkerbell, and it says, "Thank you for sprinkling pixie dust in our day. You've made it magical." And I actually found this online, and there are several places you can find similar things online or make your own. We would hand them the box of candy along with the note. It's just a way, hey, here, we want to say thank you for meeting us and helping make our day fun. And oh my goodness, it was amazing how excited some of them would get because people don't think to thank them.
Oh, they brought you snacks. Oh.
Your favorite guest now.
That is so cute. Oh my goodness. Here, I'll hold on to that for you.
Yeah. Oh. That's a home run right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll keep it safe for you. I promise I won't open it. I promise. Oh my God. That's so sweet of you.
A simple way like that, that's an awesome way to let them know that you appreciate it. Here's something that a lot of people don't realize. When they come up with the pins, a lot of the Disney characters collect pins of themselves. So if you've got a pin, you're meeting a character you love, and you found another pin that has them on it, give them a pin. Oh my goodness, you want to see an excited character. I actually gave Minnie a pin one time, and I wish I had gotten it on video, but she was thrilled. So if you're meeting a character and you're able to pick up a cheap pin or maybe a trade and you got a pin to them, give them a pin. Give them some candy. Take a gift. What's going to be amazing is when these characters realize that you think about them a little bit, they're going to go out of their way to make something special. As an example, my daughter, when she got to meet Scrooge at Disney Animal Kingdom, and she handed him this box of candy, Scrooge just went nuts. In a very nice way, very calm way, but he then wanted to know how she came to the park, how she got there, which way she traveled, and then went through this whole huge story of how he got there and how Launchpad had crashed the plane and Scrooge had to parachute out and barely made it alive, and it was such a neat moment of telling the story. It started with a box of candy. So all of those are just some very simple tips and tricks. Smile. Don't be afraid of the character. I know for a lot of us it's an anxiety issue. Don't worry. The characters are used to people that are nervous, scared, excited. They're not going to shove themselves on you. The character is not going to tackle you. Don't worry. They may get excited if they see that you're wearing something, but they're not going to charge at you or do anything that could possibly scare you. They're there to meet you and to have fun, not to ruin your day. But if you were nervous or scared, and yes, I have seen adults that have been nervous and scared, it's all right. It's not unusual, and they are used to that. They're trained for it. Don't think that the characters there just for kids. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes I see with people who see the characters at Disney. Oh, it's just a kiddie thing. Why are you in line? You're an adult. They are not just there for kids. Yes, they love meeting children, but the adult interactions sometimes are some of the best ones that you get to see. So they're there for everybody. Don't hesitate if you're an adult to go see them. It does not make you look weird. I mean, hey, you're already at Disney. Why not have fun? I was blessed when I was working at Disney that I watched 70-year-old grandmas meet Mickey and start crying because it was the first time. I've watched people of all ages get excited to meet Donald Duck and Mickey and the princesses. And it's just a fun moment. Goodness, I still get excited anytime I meet them. And I'm older than I'd like to admit. Don't be nervous and afraid about it. And if you are, it's okay. They're going to work with you on it. The biggest thing with the characters, have fun. It's okay to have fun and play with them. All these other little things, that they're hints and tips to help you have fun if you don't know where to begin. Have some questions, know the story, know the name, have a gift, give them a compliment. In fact, Disney actually now even does something really cool. If you use Twitter, make sure that you get a picture of the character with you on your phone, and then send a tweet up, attention WDW today, hashtag cast compliment, and tell them, I just had this awesome interaction with so-and-so at such and such a place. Thank you so much. And Disney's actually going to get a big thank you delivered to them. So don't hesitate to even tweet out your good interactions. And you may even doing that give a hint and an idea to somebody else looking at what else to do. Try something new, have some fun, keep it safe. Do you have a tip or trick that you think other people could use that I didn't mention? Well, hey, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear it, and maybe I'll try it on a future trip. So let me hear your tips, your ideas, your suggestions, your tricks as well. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't, and hit the bell notification so that way you know whenever I've got a new video. Be sure to check out my channel homepage. There's all sorts of videos there. And check out the description as well, because there's links to my Patreon, which is my supporters who take care of me. Thank you so much to my patrons. There's links there to my Facebook page, my fan groups, the Reddit, the Discord, all sorts of merchandise and information about the equipment I use, and all sorts of other stuff. You're sure to find something useful there. Thank you so very much for watching, and God bless. Do you have a great tip or trick that you think other people... Do you have a chip? A chip? Yeah, Chip. He's a chipmunk. He eats potato chips. Okay. Well, come on. Trying to do this when you don't feel good sucks. If you want to know whenever I have a new video out, well, hey, make sure you hit that button right there and subscribe. If you want to see another video right now, well, I've got a great one right here for you. And if you want to be like these wonderful people here and help support me financially on Patreon, well, check out that link right there and it'll take you to it. Thanks so much, and God bless.